Hey comic fans, Gene Mallow here. This is, like the thumbnail says, this is a follow-up to Stevie B's rant. That's for those who don't know, that's a video that Stevie B dropped yesterday concerning CGC's recent response to criticism concerning the what do they call it, the acetate-gate, or what I like to call staple-gate, the ultimate fallout that they added the acetate cover and extra 2 staples. Like Stevie was saying, CGC was trying to backpedal, okay? And I agree with him. I agree with pretty much everything Stevie B said. There's one thing that if I were in charge of CGC, because we already know that, if I'm not mistaken, CBCS said that they wouldn't grade the book higher than a 7.0 or something like that, and any like spine ticks or whatever would be deducted from that 7.0. The book would not be graded higher than a 7.0. So if I were in charge of CGC, in order to satisfy the majority of my customers, which is, I don't know, let's say 100,000 customers that submit books here and there, on and off. Some submit like 4 or 5, some submit 1, some submit 10 at a time, some submit 20 at a time. But to satisfy those customers, at the same time, it would have most likely pissed off, one, the artist. I think it was Clayton Crane. You can correct me in the comments there. I think I heard that name, I'm not sure. The company that created the so-called exclusive variant with the acetate, black something, can't remember. And 100, 200, or 300 individuals who purchased said acetate variant. Okay, that most certainly would have pissed those people off. Okay, but if I was in charge of CGC, I would have said, okay, we're gonna erase all the data that we gathered when we did the submission. We're gonna erase all the numbers, like that little barcode number. Those no longer exist. All the grader's notes no longer exist. If you punch in the number, the little barcode number in our database, it'll say no results found. Okay? In other words, that book, those copies of that book don't exist in our database. In essence, we never touched them, as if we never touched them. Now this would have, in my opinion, this would probably have done one of 2 things. One, it would have devalued the book, like, and they're only worth something to the people who purchased them. Or 2, it would have made this book a rarity, something to be fought over at bidding war, because it is encapsulated, it is graded, it has the label, it says 9.6, 9.8, 9.9 or 10. It is a CGC label. It looks legit, but it's the same thing as if you would have bought those those shelves that you can buy and to put some books in, the ones that EGS are using, but they're changing there. But the ones they're using right now, same thing as that. So it would either be it's not worth anything, or all of a sudden it's worth a lot of money. But then you wipe your hands, okay? You did good by your core customers, okay? The ones that are your bread and butter, okay? Like you don't know the 100, 200, or 300 that bought that book if you're ever going to see any business from them. But the 100,000 people that didn't buy that book, that are pissed off because, well, okay, so I'll create my own acetate cover, I'll add it, I'll add it with 2 extra staples, I'll punch 4 extra holes in the comic book, which in my opinion should have been treated the same way as a spine tick. That's one thing. Okay. 2, I don't remember if it was the next day after this book was announced. I think it was the next day or the day after, Marvel issued a statement saying that they never authorized said exclusive. Well, right then and there, if Marvel doesn't authorize it, it sounds to me like it's not legit. So, I don't know. I'm just a new guy on the block there, so the new kid on the block. Yeah, kid with all the gray. But I mean, if I were CGC, that's what I would have done, and I think it would have been the right thing to do. And what could happen? They have to reimburse 100, 200, 300 people $20, $25 for their submissions, compared to the amount of money they're getting from the 100,000 that are sending books like every single day. So, I don't know, 100,000 on this side, or the 300 on that side. So I mean, there's a lot more money involved on this side than there is on this side. Well, anyways, that was my my little follow-up to Stevie B's rant. I'll link Stevie B's video of that rant in the description below. I wish I had the link to the article for Marvel, but I don't. If I find it, if I can find it, I'll add it to the description or in one of the comments later on. So anyways, be safe, be kind to one another, as Stan would say. Stan, we miss you. We want to see you back on YouTube as soon as possible. I miss your show, miss your content, and miss your smile. Be safe, buddy, and live long and prosper. And as usual, don't forget to like, subscribe if you're not, leave a comment. I always like to read the comments. I pretty much answer every single comment unless I miss it. If I don't answer right away, it's because I haven't had time to read them yet. Yeah, as soon as I read a comment, I'll answer it. Or at the very least, I'll give you a thumbs up. So anyways, don't forget to like, subscribe, and subscribe to Stevie B. He's got good content. He does a lot of unboxings and I think comic day, new comic day hauls. So don't forget to subscribe to him. I'll link to his. Actually, what I'll do is I'll link to his channel, and I think it's the most recent video. So all you have to do is look at the date. I think it actually says rant or something like that in the description. So live long and prosper. Stay safe, and as always, hailing frequencies closed.